Okay. Mm. Hello. My name is Ebony Braithwaite. Sorry. I'm like, uh, sorry, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Um, Recently, God has been telling me through many different people that I had to tell my story, that I had to get it off of my chest and out of my system. Sometimes through dreams, terrifying dreams about a worm crawling through my stomach and ripping a hole with its teeth through my, like, right out of my stomach. It was a giant worm with razor teeth. It looked weird. But yeah, I have been having stomach issues because of all the stress and everything that I've been keeping in for years and years and years and years and I feel like I'm still not ready. I hide my pain smiles. I do. And it's bad because, I don't I I I don't know how to talk to people sometimes. Uh I know I hide it's horrible to hide your pain through smiles because when you're at a funeral and you're just sitting there and you're a little kid and you're smiling and people are just like crying around you and you're the only one smiling. Yeah, I kind of tend not to go to funerals anymore. It's awkward. I didn't know it was wrong because I guess the wires are a little crossed in my brain. Uh, I hope you guys could hear me. I'm not sure if anyone could hear me. I don't know if I have to move it closer. I hope you guys can hear me. But recently, Deevirgotarot had told her story, and it was a little bit similar to mine, just a little. So, like in the first aspect, a little, not a lot, but it's she gave me the courage to tell my story. The reason I know God was telling me to tell my story, and He wanted me to do it my way. So I'm happy that He wanted me to do it my way. Uh, he, I, I draw and post art on Amino, and there was a contest for Amino, and the contest was tell a story with 50 pictures inside of one picture to tell a story. So, how do I is how do I is this it? I I don't know what I'm doing. How do I reverse? Well, the thumbnail is the picture that I did. Let me see if I could. Okay. This kind of gives you a gist of what happened to me. Um, that's the blindfold. Those are my underwear. There are 3 boys, but there are more over here. About 5 or 6 more. What happened to me was I I was at a babysitter's house and I got raped by those boys. They held me down, blindfolded me. but the blindfold was up like this, so I could see everything that was happening. And it traumatized me to the point of where I can't kiss a black man unless I am drunk and high. And I didn't know it. I honestly, I forgot. I was traumatized so much that I didn't talk until I was 9, practically, pretty much. I didn't really talk to anybody. I remember going a long period without talking to people. I didn't trust anybody. I would just watch people from a distance. And I honestly forgot all about it. I there was one thing that I did remember about that time is I had a friend. She was black. I stayed the night at her house, and her mom put us in the bathtub together. And she said that if we didn't scrub ourselves clean, that she would come back in and scrub us. And I remember being terrified. I was so terrified to the point of where I just sat in the tub and stared at the wall. And I didn't understand why I was that terrified until now. So, you know, as I got older, I started forgetting everything, and I thought I was still a virgin. I honestly thought I was still a virgin up until I was 18. So, there were rumors apparently going around when I was like 16 or something. People were calling me a nympho or something when we moved here. And I was like, I haven't had sex yet. How am I a nympho? So, yeah, I told someone that, and they said that people were saying that, and I was like, who's saying that? So it made me understand that when guys dated me in high school, because that's like the only time I dated in high school, if a black guy kissed me, I would break up with him, like like probably an hour after, or over the phone. And a lot of guys that I dated just wanted to sleep with me, and when I wouldn't, they would break up with me. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I didn't really date anyone at my school anymore. And then I dated a 22-year-old when I was 18. And, he had plans. He wanted to marry me and stuff. And I was happy because I did love him. I practically babysat every child in his family, his cousins, his nieces, his nephews. I babysat them all. And I even went to school and church with his sister, and I didn't know that he existed until, like a year before we started dating. And I thought I was losing my virginity to him, but I didn't bleed. And I think that caused problems. Like, he thought I was cheating on him or something. And then later on, he started cheating on me. So, yeah, we kind of. Thank you, Stuart. I love you too. uh, so, uh, brain. So, after we broke up a year later, I didn't date anyone. I honestly didn't date anyone for like 35 years because I still don't trust anybody. I trust Stuart. I trust Sia, I trust Air, and I trust Laura. Those are the 4 friends that I trust the most. Like my rocks. uh 3 out of the 4 know everything about me. And one, if she watches this, she's going to learn. But oh, yeah, I did not. It's hard for me to. I think the only 2 black guys that I ever slept with, I was drunk and high. One was a one night stand. Then I found out he had a girlfriend and he was just using me. And then the other one, I really liked him. And I, I had to get drunk just to sleep with him and just to kiss him. And it wasn't fair to either of us. So I broke that off. We weren't dating yet or anything like that. It was just, you know, seeing if it, yeah, seeing if something was there. And because I really liked him. And he was the last black guy I've been with. And that was like after 10 years of nothing. And then 7 years went by. Uh, I I have a I have a crush on my brother's friend, so I slept with him. But I don't know how he feels about me because he won't say anything, and I don't know if I should call him or I I don't know when I should call or anything. So I I don't really talk to people on the phone except for Stuart. I talk to Stuart on the phone. Uh but he calls me. I have a hard time answering the phone sometimes because I just don't want to. So all of I went to I I started having the flashbacks when I was 35 and started remembering everything that happened. Cuz I went to England to visit a boyfriend that I was dating. He stayed with me for 3 months or 2 months, and I stayed with him for 3 months. And while I was down there, we went to a friend of the family's. She their Her mother was having a birthday. So I love you, Stuart. So um when I went to England, I went to her birthday party, and uh her son, I walked past him and I heard him telling his friends, "That's the girl that I lost my virginity to." That's what he said, and he was looking straight at me. But I I was clueless, and I kind of started looking around behind me, and there was no one behind me, and then I realized that he was looking straight at me. So I had to go through that entire day of his friends' awkward gazes and smiles towards me and stuff like that. And his awkward smile, cuz even then I was like in disbelief. I was like, this can't be right, cuz I it, when I was leaving and I saw his mother and his father sitting on her little birthday throne and stuff, I waved to say goodbye, and then she looked at me, and the look she gave me was the same look she gave me when she took me away from those boys. And she took my hand, and so the painting or the picture that I drew, the uh, the title of the picture is, I call it's not your fault, because I'm talking to everyone in the picture, because I don't know who hurt those boys when they were little or what they saw that made them do that to me. I don't they thought it was okay, but they didn't know better. And I'm guessing he didn't understand either, and I'm just really hoping that they didn't do that to other girls, because I feel like at that young age, if I don't think anyone talked to them about what they did was wrong. So I'm kind of worried that they may have continued doing it to other kids. And uh but so God said it's time for me to tell my story, because all of this has been festering inside of me since I was 5. The fear of people. I mean, I haven't actually left my house in 17 years, unless it was with a relative or going to the church or going to the park and sitting alone just to draw underneath a tree. Oh, my data warning just went off. So yeah, the only time that I ever interacted with people was over video games. That's where I met Stuart C and Air, and they have been there for me through the toughest times. And I am thankful that God put them in my life. Um so uh, through the times that I wasn't hanging out with people or talking to people, I would play with toys like the ones in the picture. Those were, and I would hang out with cats, dogs. I liked catching frogs. Thank you, Stuart. Yeah. Uh Deevirgotarot, uh she she told me that my spirit family and God said that I am worthy, said that I am needed, said that I am wanted, and said that I'm not a burden and that I'm loved. So I thank her so much for that, because I needed to hear that. Through most of my life, thought, I mean, I went to church and stuff, we went to Sunday school and everything, but I thought God hated me because sometimes I would sit up at night crying because of the pains that I had. I didn't know what they were back then, and I was afraid to talk about them to my parents because I I didn't know. My dad was usually out because military family, so, and my mom worked a lot. And the pains in my back, I found out were back spasms later on in life. I found out I was having back spasms, and I didn't know why. And I went through that all by myself, and I cried. I cried so much, and I still cry myself to sleep sometimes at night. Everything that happened actually triggered a bipolar depression. And for the most part, if I'm not smiling, you'll notice that I'm melancholy. But because I have bitch face, bitch resting face, I should say, I practice smiling so that people wouldn't be like scared of me and all that stuff. Sometimes my smile is genuine, and sometimes it's just reflex. Uh, but on the plus side, I learned how to talk to cats. That was fun. And I learned that spiders do listen to you when you talk to them. Yeah, my cousins used to make fun of me because I talked to spiders. But, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like getting Kleenex. I brought some over. I'm at the church right now. I'm sitting on a bench. I don't know when the sprinklers come on or if they come on over on this side. I don't I don't think they do. It's kind of dry. But yeah, I don't know who keeps spreading rumors about me. But I feel like there's a new one and I don't even know what it is. So I don't really care because when I get enough to move out, I'm just gonna disappear for a while. But I will definitely visit Stewart Sea and Air. I just want to like travel around, starting in Egypt and just working my way through Ireland, England, Portugal, you know, just traveling to see what there is. But God, if something is bothering you out there, I don't know who's gonna hear this or who's gonna watch it. I don't have a lot of followers, so I mean, it's what it is. So, if you have a story to tell, no matter how traumatic it is, you do need to get it off your chest before it festers and eats your stomach alive. That's what the dream was telling me, anyways. And that's how I felt. For a while, I couldn't keep food down. I couldn't keep any food down. Every once in a while, I still can't keep food down. Today, I haven't eaten anything today. I had a protein shake. Just take my pills, and I have to take my pills again because I have nerve damage on my lower back. So I don't know when that happened either. Yeah. So every time I started working out, it would start hurting and it got so bad. And I still wouldn't tell anyone because I love my family. I love my parents. But I still find it hard to trust anyone, including them. Because for years I feel like they probably knew and no one told me or talked to me about it. And I always felt like something was wrong with me. Like something was really wrong. And so because I wouldn't tell them about the pains in my back, my legs started spasming and then I couldn't walk and I had to go to the hospital and they had to run tests and give me pills to attack the nerves and stuff. Ugh, the sun's going down. Uh, yeah, Stuart, I want to see the pyramids. Oh, um, but well, this is the story behind the picture, and that's what I wanted to convey. So when I post my picture on Amino, I will be adding this. So if anyone wants to know the story behind it, they could see it. But I completely forgive everyone, although it's not all right. It is definitely not all right. What they did is so not all right. I hope I could trust more people in the future, but I'm just thankful for the people that I have right now that I do trust. I love you, Stuart. Thank you for the roses. So now I have to post this. I don't know what's gonna happen when my family sees it, cause I don't, uh, I don't know what goes on in my family. People don't tell me things, and so I don't even ask anymore. Cause I used to ask, and they used to make fun of me for asking. But they said that they were joking, but I don't take jokes very well, cause to me, 99% of the time you're joking, you're actually telling the truth, and that 1% where you're joking is when you say that it's a joke. So, yeah, that's what's in my brain. Uh, I should show more of the picture, I guess. And then I'm going to log off because I have to take my pills. I You might notice some of the toys in the picture. The Barbie, the Mr. Potato Head, strawberry shortcake, hula hoop. That's Peter Pan's pan sword. And that's her son, the one that was bragging about it. I remember his shirt through the blindfold. Do you guys remember the Etch and Sketch? And that's a Care Bear. All that stuff in the picture were things to help me forget. I don't know if you saw the glow friend. There was a glow worm underneath the tree with the croquet set. They always made me play with the red ball, but I like the blue one better. Wanna. Okay, I am getting bit by mosquitoes. Sorry if the camera moves a lot, but calm down. Good. I hope this video helps whoever sees it. Be just like Deevirgotarot helped me. I hope you have courage to tell your stories because they don't deserve to be kept secret. You need to get it out of your system. It helps to get it out. If you have no one to talk to, I mean, I tried psychiatrists, but I couldn't. Something always went wrong, and I couldn't find a way to tell. And the next appointment that is available for the one that's over here that I could talk to, that's an actual therapist, is on October 4th, and I'll be going to Stuart's wedding on October 4th. So, okay. Oh, I'm gonna post this now, and I love you guys. I love you all. You'll be my therapist, Stuart. You guys were already my therapist. You guys let me talk about some of my problems, even though you didn't know everything that I was going through. You guys were still there for me, and you helped me. I love you too. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you in October. Okay, I don't, do I just hit the X? I'm just gonna hit the X. You too. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show off my froggy, but it's too dark out now. Wait, I have my other phone here. I just remembered. Haha. I look scary. It's my froggy. It's a crystal frog. Because I love frogs. And then here's my kitty cat. Because I like kitty cats. They're crystals too. I've been looking for some, what is it called? Moldavite. I need some moldavite. I need to find out what else I'm afraid of. So far, sorry, that was my alarm telling me it's time to pray. I pray 6 times a day, but yeah, I've been looking for some moldavite to help me through some other things. Oh, my dots are gone from my eyeballs. But okay. Bye, everybody. Love you. I don't know how to sign off, but I have love for every soul in creation. Even though I don't trust most of you, I trust you to an extent. I trust you to be yourself. And that's all that I could do. We can look while you're down here. Okay, we'll look for some moldavite. I'm actually in an auction on YouTube for some, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it because I didn't get the last 2. So, I mean eBay auctions, yeah. Okay. Bye. Love everybody. Night. Okay. Wait, are you gonna call me after you're done eating? Because that would be great right now. Okay. Bye. Love you.